So we are streaming again. Why am I not recording? Oh, there it goes. We are up live. Hey, Noah, you looking at the Twitch page?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you need to see it.
How many listeners do we have?
Me, Nick, and Andrew.
Kappa.
That's good enough. We don't need other people.
Well, it's more or less a way for people to actually come back and watch us if they want to. Because guess what else it goes to, guys?
Twitch.
iTunes.
Hold
The
on.
podcast and your social media accounts. Yay!
Hold on. Let me make sure this is working. Cause,
I have no clue what he was trying to say with that. Because if you want to, you can save your streams on here.
yeah, well,
People
temporarily.
I wouldn't say temporarily. Some people have like some from like 2012 up.
Yeah, they pay for to keep them up.
Yeah.
Some of these, I mean, sometimes you can, like, some of the stuff it'll let you, like, it'll let you do it, but then other stuff's like, nah, you don't want to keep that up here forever. It's
Rocket
like,
League is so much fun.
is it?
So much fun.
I've only heard good things about that game.
About what?
Rocket League.
I heard it is
Oh, I haven't.
beautiful.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I totally did not.
Tiddly?
I totally did not think about this. So, I have it set up to where I can send it to YouTube also.
Oh. I guess that would be decent.
Nick, which one of these should I... Which one is the one that I should do?
What do you mean?
Oh, here we go. It's this first one that we streamed for an hour.
So I'm really mad at myself about ESO because I
You
started out with I don't know what like class or I know what class I picked. I picked some high elf or something. I forgot what like guild or whatever I picked. But then I looked in my Xbox One case and it said that I could have picked any race if I would have put in this code, and I'm kind of upset about that.
Just delete your data and start over.
Nah, I'm kind of too far in now.
Never too far.
What level
actually.
are you?
It's on free.
Like 5.
Dude, you're not that far.
I know, but I did like a lot of quests and I don't know. I
Start
don't feel
over.
like doing those over again.
Rush.
I'm
Start
okay with
over.
I have 3 or 4 level 13s. So did I export it to YouTube?
Well, you didn't export it to Twitch. I know that much.
Okay, my YouTube account is verified, so. Alright, so I can export our videos to YouTube now.
Cool.
For Twitch, is it just gonna be like what the Sky screen looks like? Or are we gonna have like gameplay in the background, or?
It's just gonna be what you see right now for now.
Okay.
Until I start recording myself play some games, and then I might, like, play it in the background.
Yeah.
Noah, you had a Twitter, didn't you?
Yeah, but I don't really use it.
Oh, well. I played with some stuff earlier, so if you're looking at the chat right now, you can type in at, ! Twitter, and bam, it posts everybody's Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And then if you want to see our Facebook page, you go to !FB, and it posts our Facebook page, and podcast, and so on and so forth.
Do we all get mods on our Twitch account, like moderators for our stream?
Yeah, because, well, see, Nick and Andrew are moderators for this stream.
Alright, I have a Twitch account.
Haha.
Oh, we have one less viewer. Oh no. Which one of you left?
Probably Nick.
No, I'm still there.
It's me. I'm still watching it. What the hell? Wait, do I not count?
I'm
You
not
did
sure.
before. Oh, did you get rid of the bot? No.
No, bot's still
Okay,
there.
no.
Then why isn't it showing? Well, technically the bot isn't watching.
Well, either way, it was at 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I don't know.
So.
I don't know.
Well, guys, let's get this started because let's roll with this thing because we're already recording. You know, we're already live and shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, Andrew was watching me play Heroes of the Storm earlier. No, James was.
Suck.
Shut up, man. I didn't get into good matches. They were terrible matches. These guys didn't know
Excuses.
they were doing.
Excuses.
They didn't know what the hell they were doing.
It's okay, I know the feeling.
But so what everybody, Nick, what'd you play this week?
I've been playing StarCraft, Team Fortress 2, Rocket League, and Borderlands 2.
What do you have Rocket League on?
PS4.
Oh, that's right, because it was free.
Is it?
Yep. For PlayStation Plus members.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have to have PlayStation Plus for PS4 if you want to do anything on it, anyways.
I think it's so funny that it took PlayStation this long to finally do that.
Xbox Master Race.
I mean, you can still play free-to-play games without PlayStation Plus, but still.
But how you liking that new update for Team Fortress, Nick?
I like it fine. It turns it into sort of like CS:GO.
That's what I've heard. Do you have CS:GO?
Yeah.
How is it?
Fun. It's kind of like a steep learning curve, but
I mean, it's not just like another Counter-Strike game.
I mean, it pretty much is. It's one of those like slower moving competitive games.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, we've started, Andrew. Where have you been?
Well, you didn't give an intro, so I didn't know.
Oh, well, we're just kind of talking shit.
Okay.
But, yeah. One game that if you guys have a computer that can play video games, I would suggest picking up is Star Conflict. It is a free-to-play game. Nick, you might have seen it on Steam.
Yeah, I browse through the free-to-play like all the time, so probably.
Well, Nick's actually probably seen me play it on Steam. The best way I can describe this game to you is World of Tanks in space.
Really?
Oh, yes. I mean,
That...
the main, like, the loading, like, not loading screen, but the, how do I put it? The where you pick your tanks in World of Tanks. It's kind of got that same feel, and then the ship progression is just like the tank progression. But then you can do like PvE and PvP stuff on there. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing it. It's probably one of the better free-to-play games that I've played here in a while.
I don't know. I played this weekend. Or this week, anyways. I played Metal Gear Solid Zeros and beat that. A little disappointed that it was over already, because it only took me to like kill everybody in the entire area, and then I just did whatever the mission wanted me to do. But another game I played was the Drive Club PS Plus edition.
Oh, isn't that
Which
free
I-
too?
Yeah, and I was very unhappy.
Really?
Because you would think it was PS Plus, you get the better end of the deal, you get everything the game offers, but no, you only get a few cards, you get a few maps to race in, and that is it.
Yeah. Do you realize that Xbox and PlayStation, when they give out the free games, it's like the most basic form of the game.
Yeah, but when they give out other games, it's usually the full game, not some stupid bullshit like this.
Is that not the full game that they gave you?
No, you have
No,
to
it's the
buy
DLC.
you have to buy the actual game in order to get anything really. Which I was a little unhappy about that because I didn't really want to buy the game to begin with. But I was like, oh hey, it's free, let's try it out. And
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with the controls.
I think I'm gonna end up buying that Rocket League game, Nick.
It's so much fun.
I'm probably gonna end up buying it on PC.
I'll download
Hey,
it.
we got a guy.
Hey, there's a guy.
Who is this? Hey, Big Yellow, what's up?
Big yellow.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up buying that because another podcast I listened to, like all three of them were just like, "Oh my God, Rocket League!" So I was just like,
Well, it's free for PS Plus right now, so I don't know what
It's
offers with that.
$30 for PC, I think.
I am excited about the Entwine. I've been wanting to play that forever.
Yeah,
And
we.
I'm glad they added it.
I want to see that new game, and when it comes out, I'm gonna have to come over to your place and play it with you.
Okay.
Are you gonna get Yarny?
Haven't actually heard of it.
Oh man, you have got to see Yarny. That shit is crazy. It looks awesome though. You play a little yarn person, and you use the yarn to get through obstacles and puzzles and stuff. And you follow the yarn as you use it; it stays, and you can use it to go back to parts that you were at. I should probably close out my web browser there. But it looks really really cool. They showed it off at E3. The guy that showed it off was like really freaking sentimental about it because he said it like his kids really inspired him to make this game. So I think that's really awesome. The guy, what? It is not. First of all, it's disgusting. Not discussing.
It's discussing. We're discussing it.
Well, you know what, Big Yellow? I think it was great. I think it's the indie gaming industry that is really like starting to push the boundaries of gaming itself. So,
See, I didn't watch much of E3.
I respect I respect that you don't like it, but I really do like it. It reminds me a lot of Little Big Planet. So, and I really liked that game. Yeah, well, I cried about No Man's Sky too, so
oh my
we're
God,
in there
that's,
together.
That's actually one that I really am excited to play.
Yeah,
Despite the cartoonish, old-style 3D editing graphics that it had, I was really enthralled by the open-world concept that's like freaking infinite as can be.
Yeah, like I was watching it, and I have to disagree with James on this because James said EVE Online's universe is a lot bigger than No Man's Sky. Now, I watched IGN's. They sat down with the creator of from the guy from Hello Games,
And they said that they don't even know how far it goes.
Yeah,
really.
What they did was they wrote this mathematical equation, and it generated the universe for them.
Which that's like a regular universe.
Yeah,
and that's
I mean,
freaking cool.
When they zoomed out, it was ridiculous. Like, he kept going and going and going. Now, in EVE, I played EVE for a little while, and you could zoom all the way out on EVE and see the entire playable area. But, which it's still up to guess that's the entire area. They still say there's parts that haven't been discovered, because in EVE, you can use these scanner probes defined. I wish James was here because he knew the terminology for it.
Sectors.
No, it's
systems.
anomalies. It's anomalies. You can
Okay,
use these
yeah.
probe scanners to find anomalies, and sometimes the anomalies will lead you to other universes or other areas. But watching the IGN sit down with the guy from No Man's Sky and watching him just constantly hold the zoom out button, it was just like, what the hell?
But
Because
you
it
know
was
the
so much.
You know the difference that will make or break No Man's Sky?
What?
It's not the open universe, even though that is a point that grabs people in. It's the multiplayer ability with everybody else.
See, they said it's a
And-
single player experience, but I think there's going to be some kind of like,
There
hey man,
cannot be just a single player experience. When you have something like that, you have to incorporate multiplayer. That is like the biggest letdown if you do not.
but see, I don't think it's really going to be multiplayer more than like I'm playing by
Player versus-
myself and then my buddy wants to join in with me so he can join in on my quote unquote. Yeah, see, each server has 3 people. Okay, yeah. So it's like a small, like you and a couple people can play together, and then it's not like you and about 1,000 other people running around, which is gonna be, it's kind of, you would like to see more people running around, but at the same time, when I was on Warcraft, people would get in my way when I'm trying to like mine and herb and stuff. So like, I'll be glad to be able to play it and get minerals and stuff that I want.
I will say, for an ever-expanding universe, as they have said for No Man's Sky, it would get kind of lonely playing. I mean, even with the whole 3 people per server thing, that's still... And I feel, which more games hopefully will start falling apart with that ever-expanding universe, if there's space games and stuff like that. It'll be cool to see an actual multiplayer game take part of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think after, it will get a multiplayer at some point, but I just think right now that people need to experience the single-player version of it when it comes out, because the game is so big and there's so much to learn, because it's got its own it has its own elements. It has its own elements. They didn't use any real world elements in the game. They created all of their own elemental table, and you fuse the elements to make new elements, and all of this you basically start out with basic knowledge of certain things, like certain creatures, certain elements. But you have to go through the game and find other creatures and combine elements, find new elements. And one cool aspect about the game is when it launches, if you were the first person to find a creature in the game and nobody else has found it, you get to name it. And so when you name it, everyone else who comes across it, no matter I think it's going to be both. If you find it first, it will you get to name it, and then anyone else who comes when they come up to it, that they'll see it and it'll be named the same thing.
Yeah. See, I want to thing about that Big Yellow is if it's competing with Minecraft, the difference between both of them is that you can fly, but you can't really fly that much in Minecraft. And you can't I mean, you can fly with like creative or whatever and
mods,
yes, but you're still stuck on that Earth, and then like the very limited, like you can go to the moon. That's about it.
Mars,
you can't really.
You can go to Mars now too.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that release. When did they do that?
Like I said, I have a Tekkit server. So if you ever want to see Mars, just let me know.
Alright. But see, when you land on a planet, you can explore that entire planet, and you can do everything with it like you would. I guess you still do it throughout the spaceship, but it's still, you do everything with the planet. You can compete with the planet. You can have planets, and I don't know. Do they have a mechanic where planets eventually crash into each other?
They haven't said yes or no on that. I think it would be cool, but they did say that they have the night and day. Like, planets will progress through night and day. So,
But are there going to be multiple suns throughout the thing, or is it just going to be one giant sun illuminating the entire universe?
no. There's multiple universes, multiple galaxies. I mean, it's like the Milky Way times like 100. It's gigantic. Like, you can fly out of a galaxy into another galaxy, and that galaxy has its own sun and planets and moons around the planets, and then you can fly from there to another one. Like, if you guys give me a second, I'll put the I'll try to put the IGN video up on our stream. I'll put it in the corner or something. But
they've done something that a lot of other people can't do. They've created an ever-expanding universe.
I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, if they wanted to, they could keep coming out with DLC or patches,
and like make it bigger.
Yeah, like make it even bigger. Like, I mean, they could just continuously add to it. I mean, if they wanted to.
And I mean,
so.
That's also the thing that interests me, is that they've come up with a game that is ever expanding. Ever expanding, and you don't have to really pay for it besides the one-time buy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to be so awesome about the game itself, is you buy it $60 and then bam, you get the game, and you get to he may have said that, but I disagree, because I think they will get I think the hype for the game, I think the hype for the game will make them want to add more stuff. I really, really do. Like, I think it will. They'll want to add stuff to it, because I don't think they're just going to create this and then just leave it alone. They're going to continuously add stuff to this game.
With a game like this, I mean, that's the only thing I can complain about. They made it on PS4
and PC.
And with a game, yes, and PC, but the main debut, freaking English, hello, but the main debut was for PS4, and I that's my only issue with games like this. If you want to keep adding to it, consoles aren't gonna last. Which I'm glad they made it to a PC as well, but their PS4 is gonna have hype, and then the PS4 is gonna die off, and then that's gonna be it. And a lot of people only know that it'll be on PS4, but once the game actually comes out and hopefully we see some commercials, maybe they'll advertise PC as well. And with the PC, they've got Project Forever.
Yeah. Like, Big Yellow, I totally knew about that too. A PC wasn't originally supposed to get No Man's Sky. Only PS4 was supposed to get it. But I think that's kind of shooting themselves in the foot if they don't put it on everything. I mean, I think they should put it on. Well, that's a good
decision.
I mean,
it's a good decision for PC. It is the best decision for a game. Because PC, you can continue forever. PC's not going to die off for like another 100 years, maybe. I don't know. And for a while. While console will die off eventually. And if for a game like that, it would have to stay on one console. It'd take a lot to port it over to like another console, if there is another console or whatever. And if they didn't do it onto PC... that would be the end of them for there. They'd have a short-lived life with that.
I don't think so, because Microsoft and PlayStation and Sony both have said that these consoles, they're going to go for a little bit longer. They're not going to they're going to have a little bit longer of a lifespan than the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 did.
But even still, that's
I mean,
I like that.
Yeah.
I consoles games like that, when they do stuff like that, it just they make this awesome freaking game, and then a lot of the game companies don't bring it to PC.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, if it did stay on PS4, that would be fine. I think it would be okay, Okay,
It'd
let,
be
let,
like-
let PS4 have it. That's fine. They can do what they want with it. But at some point, someone else is going to get this, do the same thing and put it on a computer. I mean, it would happen.
I mean, it would happen, but for them to not have done it themselves, that's a stupid move. Because hey, I made the game for PS4. Let's bring it to PC. Let's go ahead and make the mainframe for that.
But I mean, you got the PC.
Why wouldn't they do it?
You have a PC community that will be able to create stuff for the game, probably mod the game. So I think that that will open their eyes and give more to it.
Yeah, I don't doubt that they'll stop at where the game is right now. They're gonna add more stuff. The more hype the game gets, the more that they're planning on adding stuff.
Yeah, Nick, what do you think about No Man's Sky? You have a PS4, don't you?
Yeah, but I haven't played it.
I mean,
It's not out yet.
You can't play it yet. It's still, you can only watch videos. So
I haven't really
Have
seen
you
anything
not
on it
watched
either, so.
E3?
I haven't.
Because it was at E3 last year and this year.
Yeah, but they've been working on it for like years.
Forever. Which, I mean, that's cool. That's great. They're one of, and don't quote me on this, they're one of the first game developers to create an ever-expanding universe. Now, I don't know if that's for sure, but as of right now, that's my field, that they are the first to do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, Big Yellow left us.
Nope. I don't think he liked
Oh,
us.
wait, no, he's still here.
Nope. Oh, no.
Big Yellow, you're still here with us, right? You still sharing opinions with us?
He doesn't like my opinions.
Since 20...
2000.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See, they've been working on it for 5 years. So, I think...
Well, 4 years when it was originally debuted on E3 last year.
Who's Big Yellow?
Big Yellow? He found us on Twitch, right? Big Yellow, you don't actually know any of us, do you?
Did you come off of Facebook? Because if so, that'd be freaking awesome.
Say holla.
Yeah, to what?
I'm trying to find... He came off Facebook, or he found us on Twitter, or something.
Okay, cool.
What game are we classified, which, or is there a podcast? Like
gaming talk shows is what we're classified
Oh,
under.
okay.
Oh man, I was really hoping to put this video up here, but I can't. I can't put it on our stream for some reason.
Why don't you just share your screen on Skype?
Just randomly found you guys. Oh, okay.
I could do that, I guess. Oh wait, no, I got a better idea. Sorry about that extra little noise there, guys. Hold on. I'm actually gonna put the video of the IGN on the
Okay. Well, while he
on
does
the
that,
stream.
I want to talk about the Xbox TV. I had the little alert news for urgent news that it was a thing. And if I know Big Yellow doesn't know anything about us because we talked about it 2-3 weeks ago.
Well,
And we talked about how the Xbox is mainly just a gaming system. Or a entertainment system.
yeah.
For just streaming and videos and TV and stuff like that. And when I saw that they have an actual TV thing to where you can actually have your own service with Microsoft, I just think that's crazy. Because they focused less on video games and then more on
this is funny.
Entertainment.
So this isn't gonna actually work out that well. I had to
see it.
I am gonna have to rethink this because
And also on the PS Plus for this month, I am kind of excited to try the Styx Master of the Shadows because I've heard about it, but I've never actually heard anything about it, and I don't know if it's any good.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work with my the way I'm playing this right now. Sorry, Big Yella. I wanted to. Yeah, I tried to do the 18 video, but it won't let me. The Windows Media Player is kind of crappy, so it won't let me actually share it.
Yeah.
It won't actually let me play it. But.
Oh well.
Yeah. I tried, but it's really great. Xbox guys. What about Xbox, Big Yellow?
Philfish.
It's okay. It's okay, yes. But as a gaming system, they've gone from that, which I mean that's fine. Microsoft does whatever, anyways. They've got games out the ass on PC, so. Star was Battlefront. What? Star Wars. Oh, Star Wars. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront looks sick, dude, man. I can't wait to play that game.
I've done it.
Straight up PC. Homie!
I don't know, I didn't pay too much attention to E3 this year. I know a couple things and stuff like that. Xbox guys suck. I can't really talk because the last Xbox I had wasn't the original Xbox. So, right now I have a PS4 and PC. However...
Chad, you set the command to literally...
Yeah, well, I thought it was gonna work. I guess not. I don't, Big Yellow. I don't know how to use Nightbot, so it kind of.
We're noobs at streaming.
Well, I'm a noob at streaming. Nick, not so much.
Well, he's not the one running the podcast,
which makes it look even worse. So.
Nightbot's like, yo, Facebook, son.
Hello.
Exclamation Facebook.
Oh shit.
Which, I mean, if you had the other bot, if you had another bot, it would probably work.
And I use Moobot.
Because if you have two bots, one bot does one thing, one gets activated by the other, and that would actually
and
work.
Nightbot making his rounds.
Just making sure you guys heard.
Look at that, he thinks he's a person.
I'm so bad at this. God, I'm terrible at this. Oh, fuck. This is irritating that I can't get this video to work.
I'm surprised you haven't stopped trying already.
I really want to put it up here.
If it was me, I would have stopped like forever ago.
Yeah, I give up. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to... Me and Nick, we're going to have to go to the drawing board on that one.
On what, Nightbot?
No. Probably two. Probably that too. So.
It thinks it's human.
Yeah, we're probably going to go back to the drawing board on that, so.
Well, you're the first actual follower.
But yeah, let's talk about something else, something a little more near and dear to our hearts that happened this week.
Oh God! Oh, jeez, don't do that.
I'm gonna let Nick do this because this is more his
Don't do
Nick. This is
Wait.
more your thing.
Let me do what?
Talk about the CEO of Nintendo.
Oh.
This is
Okay.
Nintendo is your thing, Nick. So I'm gonna let you take it away now.
that.
It's really sad.
That's all.
Pretty much. I mean, that's all that can really be said about it.
What was
Well-
he sick with?
He had cancer.
Yeah,
okay.
and apparently at E3 he kind of was disguised so people wouldn't see him, or according to everyone everywhere, that's what they're saying, which that's very depressing. Making bacon.
Oh,
Stop
what?
typing it, guys.
Why did he get Superman? Yeah, Superman versus
And
Batman
Nightbot
movie.
has a thing where it.
Big Yella, if you want to talk about Superman versus Batman, come back to this channel tomorrow at noon.
Oh, I saw something about that, but well, I want to say something about this. There's already a comic where Batman already beat Superman, so.
Yeah, he takes kryptonite and shoves it up his asshole.
He uses Green Arrow to beat Superman. That was okay. Enough
To
of
be
that.
honest, Superman, in my opinion, is one of the most
OP character.
overrated
Yeah.
superheroes of all time.
Amen.
I mean,
brother,
how are
man.
you going to be a superhero and everybody knows your weakness?
It's not too super to me.
Okay, well, since this isn't comics, I want to go back to the Nintendo thing.
So yeah, let's go back to
And
that then.
I want to say a few things. I want to say all the people who are pretending like they give a shit. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really know anything about who the head of Nintendo was.
Yeah,
Yes,
people
I
only
just-
know Miyamoto.
Yeah, most people, and I'm of course I'm sad because I realize he's been around forever. He's seen the rise of Nintendo, and he's seen some of their fuck ups.
The reason it's
And-
sad is because without him, a lot of the games wouldn't have been made.
And yes,
Like
this
the
is
original, the original Smash Brothers wouldn't have been made because he was the one that pushed the programming on it. A lot of the Pokemon games wouldn't have been made.
Yeah, he basically rewrote the entire base code for the first Smash Brothers.
true. And that's what makes it so sad because he's managed to get Nintendo back into it, even though Nintendo has had their failed consoles with Wii U.
Oh, sorry about that.
Wii U's fucking phenomenal.
It's horrible. All the Wii
You shut
systems
your
are
mouth.
horrible.
Dang!
I'll give Nintendo one good thing: the DS. That's all I can say
I will
anymore.
fight you
is
over
the
how good
DS.
Wii U is.
I
Them
will.
Them having a console is just. It's not the right thing. Not since the freaking N64 and NES. That's. They failed on consoles for me, but handhelds, they've still got it.
I mean, I love Nintendo because I grew up on it. So, I grew up with the N64, the Game Boy. Well, see, that's the problem. I mean, that's the problem. People get so hyped up on the fact that Nintendo is a childish thing, but it's not. It's not what you guys say it's not. It is for people who want to go back to their childhood.
It's not just that. It's not that they're childish, because if you look through our images, there's a couple horror games from Nintendo that show up that are for the Nintendo game systems. But it's not that it's childish. They were excluding some failures that were starters as well. They were the pioneer for gaming, basically. And the only issue with everybody pretending like they give a shit is all these people who say they give a shit. It gives them a bad name because half of these people have not touched the Nintendo game system or anything related to Nintendo like since they were little, and I don't like people who pretend.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like people who aren't genuine with their feelings. And I had a Wii too. I hated it.
I loved my Wii, so I'm gonna stay out of this conversation.
I didn't like it. I was okay with
The Wii
the
was
whole
just a
tennis thing.
glorified. The Wii was just a glorified Netflix machine.
Yeah. You have a point.
But the Wii U is fucking phenomenal.
You definitely have a point there, sir.
I don't like it. I don't like their consoles, but I will say it's definitely better than their others have been.
Hey.
But
You got Mario Kart 8. You got Splatoon. Tekken Tag Tournament.
I will say
Injustice.
Splatoon is probably something I want, and I would probably get a Wii U just for it.
The new Star Fox game is going to be phenomenal.
Oh God.
See, it's just some of those games like that I would like to play, but I don't
Hyrule
like their
Warriors.
consoles. I would rather much enjoy playing on my laggy PC than touching their Wii systems. And a lot of you talking about Ninja? No, he's not talking about that. Never mind. With a lot of the games that I like from them, I kind of lost touch with playing them. And then a lot of the games that they keep releasing, it's like the same thing every single console. It's Mario. It's whatever else. It's stuff that's repetitive. It just I don't agree with their methods.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's the
I will
issue,
say
I mean, there's other consoles that do the exact same thing.
yes, I know, like Call of Duty and other shit like that, but Nintendo tends to have a lack besides their handhelds, they tend to have a lack of new games coming out besides new versions of old games. I will say Splatoon is a good new game, but they need to start releasing more new games. As if they want to keep people, a lot of their fan base is from people who are living in their childhood with all the Mario and the Smash Bros and kart like stuff like that. But they don't
We also
have.
gotta think that
They
Nintendo's
don't
not
appeal to
going
everyone.
for a new audience. They're producing games that are requested. So
I mean-
they're
I
actually
mean-
making games that people are asking for.
But they don't create enough of an audience to where it's gonna last beyond. Say they last another 20 years. They don't have enough to keep them going. Like they can't afford to keep a last gen console server open.
Well, isn't the Wii getting shut down soon?
I thought it was already shut down from what a lot of people have said. Because I know my girlfriend, she has the Wii, and she used to use it for Netflix. She can't get on anymore.
Yeah, that's what we used to do at my house. Then I bought a Chromecast and a Roku, so.
I forgot what article I read though, but there was an article I read somewhere that said even if Nintendo didn't produce anything else, it would be another about 20 to 25 years before the company went bankrupt. Because of how much money they have made in the past.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think, how long has Nintendo been around, though?
The 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, they're one of, besides Atari, I don't even know, is Atari still doing projects for games?
No, not really. Not
They kind of
Anything
could
recently.
produce some stuff.
I'm gonna go Google search real quick, like
Now,
see.
to kind of side side roll us to another topic. I personally had a fangirl moment when I saw that Microsoft is helping Rare do their Rare collection.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I so saw that.
Yeah.
Like, the what's the game called? With the bears. I forgot what that was called. Jeez.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah, that freaking.
Yeah.
That game needs a revive. A revive. Not revive.
Hey, Nick, what was that game that came out that was in a Kickstarter that was kind of like it?
Ukulele?
Yeah, Ukulele. That's the one I was
It was
trying
from
to
the
think
same
of.
creators.
That's where, okay, yeah.
But the game needs a revive. Or, not freaking revive, jeez. Needs a revive because the game that came out that was supposed to be the revive for it ruined the series. And Atari has been making games recently. They have The Witcher. They did that.
Were they part of The Witcher?
And Eve, yes.
I did
Yeah,
not know
it says
that.
The Witcher 2007 and Eve Online 2003. And then they've got some other games that are fairly recent, but nothing new besides the Alone in the Dark.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'd be excited to see Banjo-Kazooie come back and have a justified revive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Nuts and Bolts kind of flopped.
It killed it. It killed. That was the flop of that time. Absolutely horrible mechanics, horrible gameplay, horrible purpose. Just, oh, I hated it.
I don't know. Well, I'm excited to see that Rare collection come out. I really am. Like I think it's going to be pretty awesome. For those of us who grew up on those old games, so I'm very much looking forward to being able to go back and play Banjo-Kazooie.
I'm excited to go to play Conquer again.
Yeah, boy, let me tell you about it.
I miss Conquer. That was the shit.
But I'm really excited about all this stuff. Like, it's this next year, like over the next 2-3 years, I think it's gaming itself is going to be a whole new level. Like, everything is changing. I think it's going to be awesome.
And then one of the games, which I don't know which one this is, because I think there's two different games called the same thing.
Describe it.
Saberwolf. Because I know there was a Game Boy game, and that was one of my first video games, first handheld video games ever, and I loved it. Besides Monster Rancher, which,
Yeah.
I
Let me
that there was an anime.
Guys, let me tell you about this fool, right? Me and him are talking. It's like 5 o'clock this morning. And he's like, oh my god, there's a Monster Rancher anime. And I'm like, dude, we just talked about this last week.
I completely forgot.
We totally told you there was an anime last week.
I know.
Isn't the
Totally
theme
told.
song sick?
God, yes. I remember
So
that.
good.
Oh, fucking beautiful. Though I tried to go back and watch it, and I just can't. It's like trying to rewatch Sailor Moon. It just doesn't work.
Monster rules.
You watch Sailor Moon once, you'll never want to see it again.
I grew up on it, so, but yeah. I mean, it's just gaming. It's really changing. I have gotten in on some betas for a game called Skyforge, which is kind of cool. I've played it a little bit.
I got into a beta for Armored Warfare.
Armored
which is
Warfare. Oh, is that Armored Warfare? What the hell is that?
Oh, it's a complete tank based game. It is. I don't want to compare it to World of Tanks, but it's kind of like World of Tanks. It's you can choose from different tanks. You can modify them, etc., etc. and you have these teams of like 6 versus 6, and like not entirely sure, but the maps are kind of big, going up against the enemy team, and you basically just shoot at each other full force until you die.
Okay, so watching this No Man's Sky video in the bottom reminded me of something I wanted to say. Am I the only one who gets the Destiny feel from No Man's Sky?
I don't blame you for the Destiny feel. I can understand some of that, but everything else related to Destiny, no.
Big
No,
Yellow,
there's-
Big Yellow, if you're still there, I want to hear your comments on that because
Destiny, in my opinion, was another flop.
yeah, but I'm looking at like the video.
That's
just
a varied opinion.
I just watched the he was doing something in the menu, but the item screen and all the way it displayed the guns and stuff.
I don't blame
It looks
you.
Destiny. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you do agree with that? Yeah. I mean the menu screen for No Man's Sky. Sorry, this is totally sidetracked, but it totally looks like they just took it from Destiny and put it in that game.
And I don't blame you for that. I can agree to an extent that there are some things that remind you directly of Destiny, but it's in its own sense. And then you could also say that it has a little reminding of Halo as well, with some of the guns. But
I do not agree with that. It does not remind me of Halo with guns because we've only seen one gun so far.
even still, that gun kind of reminds you of Halo, just a bit. And going to Noah's comment about it being a flop, there's...
That was Nick. That was Nick.
Either I wasn't paying attention. See, it lags for me, so I don't.
I still think
I
it was
did
a
what?
flop.
Whoever said it was Destiny, that was a flop. Which you're not wrong. There's many senses in where you're right, but then there's also the senses of where you're not. It's a two-way. It's a half and half, because gameplay, actions, the PvE concept, everything for them that Bungie managed to do with their first time doing it, it's great. Now, for story-wise and gameplay, it's shit, and you got gypped. What was that game that CCP was coming out where you could play on the Oculus? What was it, Valkyrie? This is what this scene from No Man's Sky looks like to me.
God, I love this game though. It's so gorgeous.
Ooh, I want to tell you how pissed off I am with them. CCP is the creator of EVE Online. They are they are EVE Online. They had Dust 514, which was PS3, and then they let that die. And what they did with all their games was they tried to make them connect with each other in one way or another. So when you were doing clan or corpse battles, you could get airstrikes off of ships in EVE. So like if someone in your corp was playing EVE as well, they could do it themselves. And what they tried to do, they tried to make an Oculus Rift game, which I don't know how that worked. And then they're also trying to make another PC game like Dust. They're trying to make an Oculus Rift where you're in a ship. That's all you do. You're in the ship. Besides the customizing of the ship and whatever, you're in the ship, first-person view, shooting and killing other people alongside the giant ships that people pay thousands of dollars for. And they don't know how to do it, and I give them credit because they're one of the few that's tried, but they don't do it well at all. They should just make them separate instead of trying to do it all together.
I don't know.
Because I've played Eve, and I was playing around the time when the $1 million battle was around, and wow, was that a shitfest.
I mean, I did the 30-day free trial. I thought.
I mean, yeah, but that's when I did my 30-day free trial. Was when the massive news-breaking $1 million war, where like thousands and thousands of ships were destroyed together. It was crazy. I personally know a few people who lost like thousands of dollars in that game.
I think it's crazy, like, fucking how much people spend. Like, you know, you can go out and pirate people and steal their Plex from them, and
Yeah.
and like that's actually worth real money. And then there are people out there that go and pirate Plex from people like all the freaking time, and they'll have like crap tons of. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, Big Yellow. Private message. Whisper it to me, because apparently my Nightbot. I got.
Oh, Nightbot. What a Nazi mod.
I know, right? Big Yellow, just private message it to the. Okay, yeah, private message it to the channel. But I played Eve. I was more into the mining. I enjoy running cargo runs. I think it was fun. As far as getting stupid deep into it, I did not get it, Big Yellow. I did not get your link there, sir.
With there's a lot to Eve, and like you have to pay for a membership, or you can spend hours upon hours just farming enough to buy your own in-game with in-game currency.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that some people actually do that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because it takes a lot. I tried it. I couldn't do it. But it's crazy to me that people put so much money, because the big ships, the big fucking giant ass ships, cost actual money. It cost people tons of money, and like there were hundreds of those giant ships destroyed. That was thousands upon thousands of dollars, and I never actually got to see what CCP had to say about it, because they've created this game with thousands of dollars just floating around in a space. I can't believe people put so much money into a game like that. It's like, why? I mean, I understand if you like it and you're going to keep playing it and stuff, but thousands upon thousands of dollars?
I mean, some people really love their games. Like, I will tell you this, I've played, well, Nick can attest to this, I have played Warcraft for a long time. And I have spent crap tons of money on that game. And I do not regret it. Now, I don't play it anymore, but I don't regret spending the money. I think it was a lot of fun.
I mean, I don't blame you. You pay for a membership and you pay for anything else in there. And of course, I've spent my own in-game money on games that I don't play anymore, but just, you drop so much money into a game, it just blows my mind to actually do that. That a game gets all that money, and then within the actual game, people have like their own bank and doing stuff and transactions and stuff like that between people. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
it's a concept that I can agree with, and I can.
Space is big.
I don't care, and I'll probably end up doing it with a game here and there. But I still don't understand. I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't know why. The horrible truth about No Man's Sky. Oh, okay. That are little children in China working in factories working on it?
No.
That's all I can say about a horrible truth.
I got it, but it's kind of fucking weird looking. Oh, what happened?
Horrible truth. What happened to who?
Someone got dropped.
Oh, it was not me.
No, was it Nick? Nick, you still here?
Oh, he's trying to reconnect. It was Nick.
Alright, so I have this video here. It's not doing so great for me. Hold on, let me...
No Man's Sky, the horrible truth.
Let me retry this. No, that's as good as that's gonna get. So, I'm just gonna stick it right over here. Let me turn down the volume just a little bit. He wants us to play it with volume, so.
Really, really big. And in No Man's Sky, we give you an entire galaxy to
But
discover, explore.
so this is the horrible truth. So yeah, I got it. Big Yellow. You should be seeing it up on the screen here shortly.
I just read something really quick on Reddit about like people using ad space, using it as ad space. There's been so many shows that have like used like Google and stuff. Like you go through the internet or video games and they have like advertisements for actual things.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious to me because I mean I don't think I'd actually care. As long as I can go through and crash through them, I don't mind. That'd be funny. But yeah, they said something about like the main like big companies singing out people when the game first comes out or they get their own releases. Why does everything look like balls and dicks in that video?
I don't know.
But you going out and finding these monsters and stuff and planets and stuff and using it as ad space, that's funny. I would actually laugh to see that happen. Cheesy squeeze snake. Cheesy squeeze snake.
No, don't you call it that.
This is really funny. Thank you for the video, Big Yellow, but yeah, so
That's actually kind of funny.
it's actually a pretty cool little funny video there. But that was actually a really good video. It's pretty funny.
And I kind of want to talk about that.
The what?
The whole video games possibly using their in-game to actually advertise.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be as bad.
It won't be bad, but I foresee it sometime happening. I mean, you could already kind of see it in like some video games. They have like little here and there as like background for stuff, but I don't know. That'd be interesting. And I would like to. I kind of want to bet that Microsoft would do it first.
Butt fudger. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know, man. I think Headspace. I just don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it. And I don't know how they're going to police it because you know they're not going to just let explicit shit just run that game. I mean, they have had to have set up some kind of filtration system for naming stuff.
I feel like there's going to be a 3D real life game, like that video game is going to have. It's good because well, speaking of which, I'm watching Futurama right now. You know the giant freaking TVs that just like flash advertisements and stuff.
Oh, we're definitely going to be there one day.
Well, no doubt about that, but like in video games, there's going to be like video games you go around and they're just going to flash between advertisements. Companies can put their own advertisements and stuff on stuff like that. Or like in a game you're using your phone or communicator or whatever, you'll see ads or stuff. Something like that. I don't know. It'd be interesting and also sad that people would stoop that low. But who do you think would do it first? Like any game company or major game company?
Microsoft.
I mean, there's already ads on the dashboard. Why not put it in games?
Yeah, I mean, that's my that's my thing. I think Microsoft would be the first one.
And I don't disagree. I don't disagree. They'll be the first. They would be the first to do that. And it's funny because they already make enough money. But to do advertisements, I feel like they would lose a good bit from that. Because nobody likes advertisements.
I think that if you place them properly and do them just right, it may not come off so bad.
Like, imagine trying to play a video game and, like, in the middle of playing the video game, like, every 10 minutes it's, like, placed an ad right in front of you.
No, I mean, I don't think it'll be like that. I think it'll be more...
Think about this. NBA already has advertisements in it. If you look around, like, in the stadium, there's kind of already advertisements in video games.
Oh, I don't play NBA or
I don't either. My brother does. I see a lot of it.
But, I mean, okay, yeah, stuff like that, it's subtle, though. It's not like... And, I mean, you know how sports works. I mean, companies pay to advertise stuff. And it's subtle, like a sign here, a sign there. All the drinks in the stadium have Coke cups. You know, it's subtle. It's subtle advertising. I think it'd be cool to, like, in game to have, like, merchants that are, like, the companies pay to have merchants dressed a certain way or, you know, have a certain name or, you know, stuff like that. I think that would be cool. Yes, it's getting into that whole advertisements everywhere, but, you know, that's just more money for the game companies to have to make and to put back into their game.
I mean, I'd be okay with it, and then I'd be a little confused with it, and I'd also be curious as to see how bad it could get and how good it would get. Because I know Microsoft would probably be the first person to actually do it full force.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put that past them one bit.
But would they do it properly?
No, they would not.
And see, I don't know, if they didn't do it properly the first time, that would probably... I don't know if anybody else would, like, follow through after that.
I could see it being like E3 2013, like Microsoft's going to do it, they're going to mess up on everything, then Sony's going to do it, but then they're going to do it in the right way.
Yeah, but I still have to say, this year's E3, Microsoft totally took it.
Oh, yeah. Just backwards compatibility alone.
Well, not just that, but they got the biggest, like, well, they didn't get the biggest, but, I mean, they had the HoloLens, which I'm going to harp and harp about that damn HoloLens till it comes out. I think that is fucking genius.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to go as far as you think it will.
I think it will.
Something else is going to... And it's going to take every idea that you have about it.
But
I feel like it's not going to be as great as it's advertised.
See, okay, I have that kind of hesitation towards it too, Noah, but... The only reason that I have that hesitation is because of Google Glass.
Yeah.
Google Glass was a failure. I'm sorry.
Do you know why it was a failure? It wasn't a failure because the software and the processor.
The price.
Well, no, not
Yeah,
the price. That's not what
it-
killed it. You know what the real killer was? Battery life.
That would probably that's understandable.
Do you know what the average battery life was on a full charge?
Have no clue. I never looked into it.
It was about 2-3 hours.
That's pitiful.
For a something like a smartwatch, you want it to last all day. You don't want to have to like stop and have to charge it halfway through the day. You want it to last all day. And for Google Glass, I mean that's something that people could wear, all the time. So
All day.
It would need to last all day long. And they just for some reason could not figure out how to get a battery to power it for that long. So
And see, with smartwatches, it's like a regular watch, but it requires a charge more often than an actual watch would.
well, Nick has a smartwatch.
I do.
Nick, you have one. Oh, hey, Tiny Sausage, thank you for joining us. Just saw you join us. Just wanted to say hi. Nick, tell us a little about the daily life with a smartwatch.
Well, it depends on what you're looking to use it for. For me, since I worked at a call center, I couldn't just have my phone out on the call floor. I was against company policy. So whenever I got a text message, email, something like that, I could always check it on my smartwatch without actually having to take out my phone.
Right.
Because they had a policy against cell phones, but they didn't have a policy against smartwatches.
Loophole.
See, I had a friend in school who would do that as well. He couldn't actually have his phone out in the middle of class, but he had a smartwatch. So like he'd get a text message or he'd get a notification. He could check it just right on his wrist. Nothing wrong with it. No one would know. And that's a cool thing about it. It's concealable as of right now. No one's gonna notice.
And then I'd get bored. I'd play solitaire.
Right?
Snake.
You can have little mini games on it and all this other
and
stuff.
the
It's pretty cool.
the fitness applications work pretty well. Let's see, what else do I have on here?
That's do you actually use the fitness apps?
Yeah.
Does your arm get sweaty under it like really badly? Does it like tend to slide about here and there?
I don't have a problem with it, no.
See, that was like my only like question about it was like if people are actually using this, does it fall off? Does it come off easily? Does it cause like irritation if you're working out with it and stuff like that?
Well, see,
didn't
it's the
quite know.
same having this as it is any other watch. It's all about the strap. And a lot of the watches, you can buy different straps for them, for different purposes. Like one, you might prefer Velcro straps or, something like that. The one I have is just the basic. I have a Sony smartwatch 2. And, it's great at what it does. It's just your basic, leather, not really leather band, rubber band.
I want to ask like a funny question. Have you found out if you can get like chain links for it or cuff
You know what?
links?
I haven't really looked into it.
Like different
I'm sure there's
bands.
companies that make
Yeah,
them.
like
It's
actual
just a
like
matter
bands
of-
for like casual fancy dinner type deal.
When looking for a smartwatch, the biggest thing to do is to look for what's compatible with what kind of smartwatch. Because whereas it might be compatible with, say, the iWatch, it won't be compatible with my watch. Because, you have some of them that, like the Motorola G360 or something, whatever it's called. It's like a circle watch, whereas mine's just a square watch. It's all about preferences there.
See, there's gonna be. I'm kind of excited to see like an actual full-fledged company that just works on smartwatch things, like different smartwatch bands. And,
Oh, they're out there now.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
but they're not full force like they are,
Oh yeah, they are.
or what?
You just don't know the name of the company.
It's not popular yet because smartwatches aren't on everybody's wrist like a cell phone is in everybody's hand.
No.
That's what I meant. And because there's Slicker Apps who makes the skins for every single phone you can think of, and then there's case makers that make cases for every single phone.
And the sad thing is, smartwatches might not even really ever become popular because it was really all depending on the Apple Watch. Apple's always been kind of the leading founder when it comes to apps and things like that for the most part. They were one of the first companies to have apps on phones.
Yeah.
So they, of course, people, when it comes to the Android smartwatches, there's not really that many apps out for them, to be honest. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do. But with the Apple Watch, since there's so many more people that make apps for Apple than there are
There's
with
already
Android.
so many out there.
The problem is, since the iWatch was kind of a flop, that's not gonna push any competition on the Android companies to come out with something bigger and better.
No, it's
But
not.
have you seen their commercials for like the new Apple Watch? They've showed it with, like, they have this whole, say maybe 64 apps that they displayed in like this little mini map, all through just looking through on that tiny little screen, and that's basically round. And I mean, I don't want to say that they won't last or they won't become a big thing, but as of right now, they're having a slow start.
Yeah, and I mean that's gonna be the way it is with any kind of new technology. Like right now, there's companies that are making self-driving cars.
Yeah,
But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be hesitant to get a self-driving car without it being actually tested and proven.
See, something like there's things that people have been making, like the slimmer phones, and then there's the phones that are curved. That's something that's been out here and there, and it hasn't really kicked off. But it's pretty cool because, like, they had with the TVs that were curved, those didn't really kick off that well either. But when you have something as big as a cell phone, because people have cell phones in their hands 24/7, people don't really pay attention to their TV when they're in their freaking phone. But to see stuff like that, and there was a phone a while back. It was a Russian phone company. They made a smartphone with about a screen size of my phone. I have a Nexus 6, so 6 inches, I believe. And then they had a back screen as well, but it was black and white. And it worked just about as well as that. But the only issue that they had was it was bulky. So it didn't make it very far. And another case is the phone that Google bought out, I forgot, Project Era, I think it is, where you can take out stuff like you can take out a battery and you can put in a bigger one, or you can put in a smaller one, or you can take out a speaker and you can put in a bigger speaker, or you can put Bluetooth on it or stuff like that.
Oh, it was like the customizable phone, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
I
was
saw that. That was cool.
around forever before Google actually bought it.
Does anybody have a Windows-based operating system?
I do. Oh wait, phone?
A phone?
No.
No.
Oh. Well, I actually went to high school with somebody that, well, he just left Microsoft, but he was the person responsible for programming the Windows UI for the Windows Phone.
That's
He was the
actually
lead programmer. He just left there to go work for GE down in Texas.
Well, our longtime guest has left us.
Oh,
Rip.
Big Gil is gone.
Rip in peace.
Yep, rip in
Rip in
peace.
pepperoni.
Um,
It's all good. I think he hit the follow button. He'll be back.
Oh, sweet sauce. Yeah, hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. Because I know he wanted to say stuff about Batman, Superman, and that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow.
You're gonna be meeting at the vape shop, right?
Yeah, are you gonna go?
To the vape shop?
Yeah.
I could, yeah.
Cool. The only deal with that is we're gonna be podcasting, and I only have 2 ways to have headsets. So I only have like a way to put 2 headsets in.
Okay. Do I need to bring a headset?
Well, I mean, I'm only capable of putting 2 headsets in.
How many headsets do you have?
I have my headset and I have some earbuds. I'm gonna let the guy use my headset.
Ah.
So. But we'll be live with the other guys that do the podcast with me tomorrow. So.
Wait, who's the guy?
Alfonso, one of the guys I work with, and Cody.
Alfonso Ribeiro?
No, not Alfonso Ribeiro.
That'd be great.
No, it's more along the lines of Alfonso Peak. You know, one thing that annoys me is these Anon watchers. I can't see who they are.
Yeah.
I want them
Not
to
a
come
big
in.
deal.
I want them to come in and listen. Come listen to me talk.
They're
Listen
already listening.
Oh.
Right?
Hi guys. Hi
They're just
guys.
not chatting.
Hi.
Hello. But yeah, so let's see. Let's go ahead and kind of start wrapping this up, guys. We've been going for about an hour and a half. But anything you guys are gonna do this week? Any games you know you're gonna play this week?
I know the
Yeah,
first.
so.
Okay, Noah.
Hearthstone.
Oh, Nick.
I know for a fact I'll be playing. Well, I'm always playing Vainglory. Always, just always playing it. It's whenever I'm not doing something else, I'm always playing it.
Nick,
No, go ahead.
you guys need to play Heroes of the Storm with me.
I will download it. And I will try and see if it'll work on my computer.
You hear me, Noah?
Well, I don't have to play PC, so
Oh, you don't have a PC? You don't have a PC?
I do, but it doesn't want to work, and it's not optimized for gaming.
Oh. Well, Nick, I'm looking at you now.
I just uninstalled Heroes of the Storm like
You asshole!
a couple of days ago.
Oh wow, Big Yellow just sent me I just got his dim. Oh, now he's back. Well, supposedly, had to make. Oh, he is back. Cool. What's up, Big Yellow? We are actually about to peace out. Because it is about that time where we end the show. And we go on about our rest of our day. But I will, I will be back tomorrow. Any of you guys that want to come in and listen, maybe sit down and chat, have some words with us tomorrow about comic book movies and stuff. We'll be doing that tomorrow.
I just might come in tomorrow and see what you guys talk about. Because I started getting into watching more movies lately.
So let's see. Andrew's gonna play Vainglory all week. Noah is gonna fall into that deep hole that's called ESO. And Nick is gonna play the game that I seriously cannot get good at, Hearthstone. I am terrible at the game. I'm gonna play. Of course, I'm gonna be on and off on my Tekkit server. So if you guys are, Big Yellow, if you play Minecraft, and you're familiar with Tekkit, I do have a Tekkit server. I do run it, and it is always up. It never comes down. That's open to you guys too, who are on the podcast with me. If you guys want to play Tekkit, I will be playing Minecraft Tekkit. I will be playing Star Conflict. I will be playing Heroes of the Storm this week. that is it. That is all I'm going to play this week. That's all I really have time for. And I got to read comic books, man. I got too much crap to do. I spend way too much time podcasting every week. But you can reach me at Twitter, which if you want to, you can use the little commands up there on the thing to find out our Twitter. So Big Yellow, if you have Twitter, follow us. Check us out on Facebook. And subscribe our podcast. We are on all the major networks: iTunes, Podcast Republic, Podbean. We are everywhere and anywhere you want to listen to us. This podcast will go up approximately in the iTunes feed. So, guys, it has been a wonderful little afternoon with you guys. Sorry James did not get to join us. He lost a bet, so he had to do something. We will talk more about that next Friday. And I have a funny picture that I might be able to post up on the stream next time of the so-said bet that he lost. So, but guys, it's
before we close, for those who are listening on the podcast, or will be when this goes out, I want to say, if you have any ideas and you don't know if they'll ever hit off, give it a try anyways, because you don't know what it could spark, even if yours doesn't hit off itself. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Good talk. But alright guys, it's fun. Big Yellow. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow with some comments about the Superman Batman. I look forward to that. But we're gonna go. So guys, it's been fun. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Bye.